All right, so there's a couple things that I want to address, and I wanted to start with this because, once again, outlets are trying to say that Bot Sentinel report is a study, and it is not a study. It was not peer-reviewed. It didn't go through any kind of an IRB. It wasn't reviewed by anybody. It's just a report that company did that was hired by AH's team. Never forget that. AH's team hired that group, but they leave that out in most cases. So already it's bias, just in the fact that they were hired by her team. That's what's messed up about this, but they get to put headlines like this out. This is the goal of that. I love that they use that picture too, where she has that kind of just mean smirk. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, well, for one, this is fake. It's not a study. I just want you to be aware. I had to archive this video's front page just to show you this because there were two big nasty pop-ups on this. They want you to sign up and pay before you can even look at this. But the main reason I wanted to put this up there is because this is BS. It's not a study at all. There's nothing scientific about this. It's literally a bias report made by a group that she hired. And I think that's important. And most of these outlets don't even tell you that. Okay, so the big thing, Shazam star Zachary Levi shares his feelings about the JD and AH trial. Now, he apparently went on Joe Rogan, and the conversation moved to this subject. Now, the reason that this is an interesting take is because Zachary here plays Shazam. Now, what is Shazam? Shazam is a DC movie, a DC character that shares a universe with AH's Mira from Aquaman 2. Now, he tries to give a neutral take here, but in my opinion, it's kind of a shitty one because he claims that this doesn't affect anybody, when in fact it does, because it affects people that have been thrown under the bus with false accusations, and there's a lot of them, getting some justice, particularly men. But he doesn't want to give a take like that. So instead, he calls the whole thing a shit show and calls it more about the drama, which a lot of people, I'm sure, did enjoy. But there is something to this case because men, for once, get some justice. And two, it helps show that there's people that get false accusations thrown at them all the time. But he doesn't put it there. He doesn't put it there. The crossover no one asked for. And the thing about this is, in a way, it's like kind of pro-herd, because in a way he's saying this should have never happened, which means JD would have never gotten any justice, which, you know, this guy shares the spotlight with AH, one of the DC Universe stars that get to remain for some reason. Not Henry Cavill. No, AH gets to continue on past the Snyder stuff. So here are his takes. There's part of me that just wishes nobody would care about any of this drama as it unfolds because it's not pertinent to anybody's life, really, or making the world a better place. Well, it kind of is making the world a better place because now maybe people will think twice before they try to make up BS on people and destroy their lives. And I'm glad people cared about it because it's the first time anybody's cared about a man getting some justice. Here's some more right here. I don't know, man. I feel like it's making us less empathetic ultimately. We all get to look at these people literally like you're saying they're having a marital dispute. They're all getting brought in on their shit, their traumas, all that stuff, and everyone just gets to sit around eating popcorn and judging the entire fiasco because it's entertainment now, well, then you should levy that criticism to AH because she's the one that pushed it this far. And it's good that we all got to sit around and watch it, because if we hadn't, this might have been a different outcome. Everybody might have turned on JD because the media like to be arbiters of truth and put what they think is the truth out there. It's just an awful take from Levi. Awful take. And it's funny that this is coming from a Warner Brothers employee, too. So this is a guy that has a reason to kind of throw all this under the bus because he's in the same cinematic universe as AH. The same cinematic universe. So why would he give anything other than this take? I'm surprised you didn't throw JD under the bus, actually. He gave a little bit more of a level grounded take, but I still think it's an awful shitty take because he doesn't seem to understand the importance of the trial. Or maybe he does understand the importance of a person getting justice, and he just doesn't want to say that to offend his overlord masters over at Warner Brothers, which could be the case. Eve Barlow having a meltdown as well. Big meltdown. She seems to be okay. So here's this picture, and this is what she's going on about. So apparently, there's a picture of Camille Vasquez and Dr. Curry from the trial hanging out. Now, here's the thing. Some people are pointing out that this is photoshopped, and I tend to believe that. But without any evidence of that, here's Eve Barlow putting all of that information out there to try to make the system bad. She didn't find out and look to see if that's true or not. She just wanted to make sure. Or she just wanted to put it out there to throw Depp under the bus. And she's the one that's always talking about doing things right. So, I don't know what's going on with her. There's a lot of stuff out there that suggests that they're not even together anymore. But she's still running her big PR for AH. By the way, this thread is going around right here, talking about how she worked with these children when everything that's been presented about her before would suggest that all she did was take pictures of these and all she did was take pictures with these children and never interact with them at all. Because she's all about that photo op, because she's not a real activist. She just wants to be an activist in name. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you at the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.